Welcome to LinkedIn Connect to Opportunity. The purpose of this presentation is to better understand what LinkedIn is, how to create a professional presence, and build strong professional connections. LinkedIn is the world's largest professional network on the internet. It is commonly used to find jobs or internships, as well as connect and strengthen professional relationships. Through LinkedIn Learning, you can also grow professionally by learning career-related skills. Did you know that as a CFC student, you have free access to LinkedIn Learning? You can log into portal.office.com with your CFC username and password, and then you can select LinkedIn Learning from the Apps menu in the upper left corner of the page. Once you connect your LinkedIn account, you can choose from a huge library of training courses. After you create your LinkedIn account, you will be prompted to create a profile. Your profile summarizes your professional experience to your connections, employers, and recruiters. Take a moment to look at the different sections you can include in your LinkedIn profile. Note that you can be more detailed with your profile than your resume. Today, we are going to dive deeper into the following sections: introduction and experience. Your introduction section displays details of your current and professional status. You can include the following: your name, profile photo, a background photo, headline, your current position, information about your education, where you live, what industry you are interested in, your contact information, and a summary. The Open To option is an opportunity to let recruiters know that you are open to work. If you choose this option, there will be a frame around your profile photo that says Open to Work. For the purpose of this presentation, we will focus specifically on your profile photo, headline, and summary. We have included 4 profile photos of current and past students who participated in the Career Center Internship Award Program. Note that the photo is a headshot, and students are wearing business casual or business attire. The background settings that students have chosen are simple and not distracting. Remember, your photo is the first thing that recruiters and other connections will see on your profile. You want to be sure that your attire and background are sending a professional message. You also do not need to have a professional photographer take your profile photo. Consider asking a roommate or friend to take a photo of you in the cistern with your phone or camera. You can also check with the Career Center to see if professional LinkedIn headshots will be taken at the upcoming fall or spring career fairs. Along with your photo, recruiters will see your headline. Think of your headline as your professional slogan, highlighting who you are and what you are seeking. The headline is meant to be memorable and short, 120 characters or less. Consider including at least 2 of the following if they relate to your next professional step: your current role, your area of study, top skills, accomplishments, career goal, industry of interest. In the following examples, we talk a little bit about the area of study, also what sort of experience the student has and what they're looking to do next. So for the first example, junior political science major, campaign experience, seeking Capitol Hill internship. This headline is effective because it already indicates that the student has had campaign experience. So a recruiter or someone who is looking to have a Capitol Hill intern would be more likely to click on this student's profile. The second headline example is honors biology student, cancer research assistant, aspiring oncologist. And lastly, accounting and finance double major, Shotland scholar, interest in corporate banking. Notice that for this particular headline, the second listing is an accomplishment, being a Shotland scholar. Perhaps a recruiter doesn't know what a Shotland scholar is, but it would make it more likely that they would be interested in clicking on the profile to learn more about what this student has done. Your summary is an opportunity to elaborate on your education, experience, strengths, skills, accomplishments, and what makes you unique. Since only the first 3 lines are visible before a recruiter has to click See More, you want to craft a beginning statement that will command attention. The summary is also an opportunity to incorporate industry keywords if they are applicable to you. The limit for this section is 2,000 words. So here are some things to brainstorm when you are considering putting together a summary. First, craft a statement that describes who you are beyond your major and/or job title. So for this particular student, he's a junior English major, but beyond his major and job title, he is also the Cistern Yard news editor. And on the side, he's a food blogger. Secondly, you can emphasize accomplishments. For this particular student, he is a Life Scholarship recipient, and he has consistently made Dean's List. Current career goals, you can incorporate those. For this student, his next professional step is to seek a summer publishing internship. And then identify your specialties or skills. And these could be industry-specific skills or transferable skills. For the position that this particular student is applying for in publishing, what is most relevant is creative writing, blogging, editing, utilizing Adobe Suite software, WordPress, and he's also including that he's proficient in Spanish. And then finally, you can include contact information in your summary. So let's put it together and see what it might look like. Here's the example. I am a junior English major at College of Charleston with experience in editing, blogging, and social media content creation. As editor for Cistern Yard News, my college's student publication, I review our staff's weekly content. In addition, I also write articles for CYN's feature magazine, The Yard. In my free time, I enjoy blogging about Charleston's cuisine. And then he goes on to list some websites where anyone can view his work. The next step is what he's seeking. I am seeking a summer internship in publishing. Relevant coursework I have taken includes English studies, writing studies, the literary magazine, publishing, and editing. Specialties are creative writing, blogging and WordPress, editing, Adobe Suite, and proficiency in Spanish. And then the student closes the summary out with how a connection can contact him. Please feel free to contact me at clyde.cougar@g.cuc.edu. In this summary, another thing that I really like about it is that the student includes relevant coursework that would be applicable to what his next professional step is. Remember, that is something that you can include in your summary as well. Part of the experience that you are gaining is through your education, and highlighting particular projects that you've done or relevant coursework can be very helpful. So under the experience section for LinkedIn, you can include professional positions, internships, part-time jobs, volunteering, leadership positions, and remember that this experience can be paid or unpaid. When you add a position, LinkedIn will prompt you to provide details like your title, company name, and the dates that you worked. Under the description, aim to include 3 to 5 bulleted points that highlight your duties as well as the knowledge and skills you have gained. Be sure to include results when applicable. If you need assistance with creating bulleted statements, please schedule an appointment with a career counselor or stop in during our drop-in hours. Students often ask if they should include part-time jobs they have worked if they do not directly apply to their fields of study. The answer is yes. Remember that through part-time jobs, you gain transferable skills that are applicable to all industries. It also shows a recruiter that you have a solid work history. If recruiters see that you are pursuing your education and are successfully employed at a part-time job, they can read between the lines and see that you are someone who can prioritize and manage your time effectively. Every employer is seeking those skills. And finally, if your supervisor is on LinkedIn, you can ask him or her to provide a recommendation for you. There's no better way to validate your character and skills than including this type of feedback from managers. And remember, a supervisor could be a faculty advisor for the club that you have a leadership position in. It could be the head of the organization you volunteer with. Typically, recommendations are provided after you complete the experience. LinkedIn is about building meaningful connections. Think quality over quantity. Connect with your peers, family friends, professors and advisors, colleagues from internships and part-time jobs, supervisors, alumni, recruiters that you meet at career fairs, etc. Be intentional about who you choose to connect with, keeping in mind that the goal is to expand your network and your field of interest. Don't be afraid to decline a connection request if it is random or feels uncomfortable. LinkedIn is a great networking tool, but keep in mind there are folks who are using this platform for other reasons, like trying to promote products or services. When you do connect with a LinkedIn member, include a brief message explaining who you are and why you would like to connect. And the message has to be brief. I think you can only do 300 characters or less. So you have to keep it as concise as possible. So this is an example. Dear Andrew, my name is Clyde Cougar, and I am currently a junior biology major at College of Charleston. I see that you also graduated from the college with a biology degree and are working in a field that interests me. I would love to connect with you on LinkedIn. Sincerely, Clyde. By including a message, it's more likely that the person that you are trying to connect with will actually connect with you, as opposed to just sending a connect without a message. Another way to build meaningful connections is to join professional groups and follow companies that interest you. As a student, you can request to join the College of Charleston Alumni Association. The benefits of joining groups are that you can participate in conversations, ask questions, and message fellow group members. For the College of Charleston Alumni Association, I think that there are over 12,000 members in that group. So that would give you access to being able to learn more about those folks as well. Follow companies that interest you. If you wish to ultimately work at Johns Hopkins, follow the organization. The benefits of following a company include receiving regular updates, learning about new job opportunities, and finding out more about a company's culture. The other interesting thing that you can do is you can take a look at the profiles of people who are currently working in in that organization and see what sort of experience they had to lead up to their current position. So it's also a really great idea if you're trying to seek what type of internship you should be looking for, or even part-time job opportunities that can be helpful in supporting your resume. Another great resource for building connections on LinkedIn is the alumni tool. This tool can be found by clicking on College of Charleston's official LinkedIn page. So you want to go to the school's LinkedIn page. Once you're there, there are a number of tabs, and you would just click the alumni tab. So if a LinkedIn member has included College of Charleston in their education section, they will be included here. Note that there are over 65,000 alumni on LinkedIn for College of Charleston alumni tool. You can filter alumni by the following 6 categories: where they live, where they work, what they do, what they studied, what they are skilled at, and how you are connected. So let's take an example. Maybe your next step in professional development is an internship in New York City. You could use the Where We Live filter to see the profiles of alumni living in that area. The student who we mentioned who is interested in working at Johns Hopkins Medicine could search the Where They Work feature to identify alumni at that organization. Or maybe you would like to learn more about what alumni are doing with a sociology degree. Then you would filter by what they studied. Once you have identified some folks you would like to connect with, send them a personalized invitation to connect, like we had mentioned in a previous slide. You could also see if you have a mutual connection that could introduce you to this individual. Once connected, you could message the alumni to see if they would be willing to participate in an informational interview. So messages, you can use more characters in than you can for your connection invitation. So for example, you could say, "Dear Andrew, thank you for being willing to connect with me on LinkedIn. I am a junior biology major at CFC and very interested in working at Johns Hopkins Medicine after I graduate. I see that you have been with the company for 3 years as a microbiologist. I would love to learn more about your career and what advice on what types of internships you would recommend I pursue this summer. Please let me know if you would be willing to talk with me for 15 to 20 minutes over the phone or via Zoom. Sincerely, Clyde Cougar." For more information on how to format informational interviews, you can visit our networking section on our website, careercenter.cfc.edu. We hope today helped you better understand what LinkedIn is, how to create your professional presence, and start building meaningful connections. We did not have an opportunity to cover everything that LinkedIn offers. So if you have a question, please feel free to set up an appointment with one of our career counselors or stop in during our drop-in hours. I had also mentioned earlier about your access to LinkedIn Learning. LinkedIn Learning actually has a lot of tutorials on how to use LinkedIn. So that is another resource as well. We look forward to working with you.